Hello, and welcome back to Gimmickast, where our only gimmick is the fact that Chronomalies is still shit.
I think I said it better.
Yeah, yours was better. Well, yours. Where we
The
make fun
original
of.
intro was going to be because are as relevant now as they were when they were released.
Yep, Chronomalies. That's all I want to know about Chronomalies, that they smell.
Yeah, we're just making fun of it because it's happened.
Yep,
We joked about it last week and then it happened.
I think it was 2 weeks actually. Yeah, it was
Was
two
it?
weeks. No,
Maybe.
it was
I don't
3 weeks ago. Wow, 3 weeks
Maybe
ago.
Konami does actually watch people's videos.
And go, shit, we better make more Konami support. Well, if that's the case, Konami read my mind and made new Gusto support before I could even make fun of Gustos in my Ritual Piece video. So,
Congratulations.
yeah, well, guess what? The new Gusto cards, they're good. The archetype's still garbage.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll talk about
I
them
mean, they
last.
are good. We're
Um,
going to talk about them last.
yeah, Link 2, new Link 2.
Okay, let's start off with the Demi-Cord Link Monster. It's
Mm,
Link to Light Fairy and requires two Pendulum monsters. And it can only use its effects once per turn each. First effect during your main phase, you can add one Pendulum monster from your hand to your extra deck face up, and then if you do, you can add one monster from your extra deck to your hand with an odd scale. If the first monster had a even pendulum scale, blah blah.
yeah,
Basically, if you pick an even, you get an odd. If you pick an odd, get an even.
yeah,
Second
that's.
one is
Yeah, I think the
when you
first one's the
pendulum.
only relevant one. Let's
Yep,
be honest, because this thing is just replacement Electromite.
it's bad about Electromite as well.
Yeah, but who cares? We need a replacement Electromite.
We do need a playmaker for pendulums. The only problem is this doesn't get anything from the deck, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, I can see this being played in Pendulum Magicians.
I can see this being
What you,
played in any Pendulum deck.
yeah, your scales are fucked. Better just replace one of your dead cards in hand with the card that gives you scales.
Yeah. It probably won't work in some decks if they have like a set scale of like 2
Well,
to 8.
yeah. Whereas like Pendulum Magicians have 1 and 8, which works nicely, and then you have most Pendulum decks have 1 to 8. To be fair, to be fair, but
Yeah.
yeah. This other effect is when you pendulum summon a demigod monster, you can vote one of them. Add one demigod pendulum monster with a level equal to the targeted monster's scales from your deck. This is more an interesting use of the fact that their levels and scales don't match.
Yeah, but domain chords smell.
They
Big,
do.
big smell.
This also doesn't fix the problem of the fact they have no end board
Mm.
whatsoever. So,
Yep. Alright.
as a as a pendulum card, a support card, excellent. As a demigod card, smells.
Smells. Uh, you know what? That new fairy card's actually interesting enough to talk about because it's good.
It is good. We'll get to that. Yes.
What,
Um,
now or later?
Well, later.
Okay.
I actually know keep the theme of the fairies. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, so this thing is very interesting because you can just special summon it if a fairy monster you control activates its effect.
Sounds like counter fairies to me.
Yeah, so it's a very level 7 body, which is really good. And then you can target one face up card you control and one attack position monster you control, bash the first target, and then if you do, the second target just changes its defense.
Basically, you pop a monster to change a defense position monster, which is good for counter fairies because you don't exactly want to be beating into your opponent that often.
Hmm. I mean, and then notice if this card is destroyed by battle card effect, target one monster on the field, it cannot be destroyed by battle during this turn.
Basically, if they get rid of the annoying card, they just protect the other card.
Yeah. I can definitely see this having use in Dark Lords.
I see it in Dark Lords, counter fairies, and
Any deck that runs fairies, actually. Cyber Angel might even
not
be able to
any
abuse it.
decks because if you're using a fairy type engine, then no. But I can see this being in pure Cyber Angels, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. It's got a
Pure
nice high
Cyber
level, so you
Angels
can.
with one Ben 10. Good joke.
Good joke. I know, but at the same time, like, it's got a high enough. level that it can use for most of their ritual monsters, and then also it just immediately gets special summoned regardless. So
Mm.
it's good.
Yep. Alright. What's
Can I talk
next?
about the antagonistic intelligence?
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
I read it. It seemed interesting, but not that good. I mean, it's a Cyverse Pendulum. We did it, guys. Cyverse Pendulum card. Scale 0, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but also read its monster effect.
Yeah, any monster card sent to the graveyard is banished. Oh, with the monster actual monster effect. You can fill this card in your hand, add one other pendulum monster to your hand, or one card from your pendulum zone to the extra deck face out. If you do, special summon this card. If another monster is normal special summon or this card is in the monster zone, activate this effect. Send that monster to the graveyard during the end phase this turn.
So not only does it set up the Demigod card, but it also has a removal effect.
It's also a bit of a strong stun card.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
it's really good for Pendulum decks. Pendulum needed support. This was it.
Lovely.
This is this literally turns Demigod into Electromite. That Demigod card into Electromite because you just use its effect to send it from your deck to the extra deck and special summon, and then immediately it just summons itself to the field. Which not only you can use it for link material for the thing in the first place, but also it's searchable by Signet Mining and every other Pendulum card under the sun.
Hmm. Huh.
This is good.
Yes.
Run this in your Pendulum decks.
I honestly thought you were going to talk about that new Rushdall card, but okay.
No,
No.
I'm reserving Rushdoll stuff for my own enjoyment at this
Okay.
point because there's not a lot of reason to bring it up until we get an official release date for the TCG.
Hmm.
To be fair,
Okay then. Huh. Yeah, with that new Pokemon card, okay, sure. I might play around with it. We'll see. Okay, you know what? I'm done holding back. I'm ready to do this. The new Gusto
right?
support. I want to hit myself.
I want to hit myself. That
Here's
is
the
the
thing.
tagline we're going with.
Here's the thing. All three of these cards are incredibly useful. Here's the thing. There is no cards you still would want to run in a Gusto deck except for these three cards.
Yes,
Okay,
I mean
let's.
there's a few other cards you still want to play because their effects don't work otherwise. But yeah, this is incredibly good for Gustos.
Yep, so let's start with the first one, which is the level 3 Wind Tuna. Um, its second effect is what makes it good. It's the first effect that makes me go, ugh. So Gust monster or Gust monsters need to be destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard while this card is in your hand, so you can special summon it. They should have added need to be destroyed by card effect as well.
Yes.
But I guess they kind of get around by that by saying or sent to your graveyard.
Yeah, because does mean
You
it
can,
does mean you like spells and traps. If they destroy it, it gets sent to the graveyard, so it can
or even
special summon.
synchro summoning,
Yeah,
which does
even
work.
yeah, that's a good point. Synchro summonings activate this.
Yeah, and then if this card is normal special summon, you can send one Gusto from your deck to the graveyard, and then special summon one Gusto from your hand, which is good. You may be wondering why do they want to dump a Gusto to the graveyard? Well, all the Gusto spells and traps at this point need, well, they're pretty much recycle cards, and they're all horrible.
Yes, but this at least sets it up because you have an instant synchro most of the time, and now you'll have enough to activate those cards because the condition is they shuffle two cards back from the graveyard. It's not even like the primary effect of those cards, which is annoying
So
because that's what kept them from actually doing their job.
yeah, and if you're smart, the first synchro you should be making is the new Diguster Vampingu Vamping Vam right Vampim I don't care. All I care about is the fact they took my Zeph Pelica fusion that I've been waiting for years and made it into a synchro for Gustos. I am incredibly pissed.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so this just needs one Tuna and one non Tuna Gusto monster. You can only special summon Digusto and Pilica once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can activate this effect, but you cannot special summon monsters for this turn set wind monsters. Doesn't really matter. As a special summon two Gusto monsters, one from your hand and one each from your hand and deck, but their effects are negated. If you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one Gusto monster only using those two monsters, and then your opponent can't target other Gusto synchro monsters you control with card effects.
Yes.
So in other words, this
What
is a two-step combo straight into Spees.
this is also a chain blocking combo into into it as well, because its effect can be can chain block itself. It's so weird, but it's awesome. There's also a lot of restrictions on it, but they don't really matter that much.
Yeah. Oh.
Like the wind thing doesn't matter,
Hmm.
honestly, because you can just go into what is it, Speedroid, Ogre or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, decent win cards you can be running that is actually quite essential if you want to play Gustos, surprisingly, which sucks for, well,
Mm.
being a Gusto player. Eat shit, Gusto players. I'm just gonna keep flexing on Gusto players. I think I earned this fight. Anyway, so the next one is a equip spell of all things called Gusto Tailwind, and this is like the only good Gusto spell trap now. So, equip only to a Gusto monster. You can only use this card's name, second and third effect once per turn. So, the first effect is a passive effect. The equipped monster cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay, just equip that to Yvan Pelika. Good. Board lock. Done. Alright. During your main phase, activate one of these effects based on the equipped monster level or rank. Level 4 or lower. Special summon one Gusto monster with a different type from your deck. Or level 5 or higher, special summon one level Tuna from your deck.
Yes, so basically more synchro summons.
I heard you like free crystal ring setup.
Yeah.
You can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard one wind monster, add one gusto spell trap from your deck to your hand.
Hmm.
Sets up graveyard, lets you search the shitty gusto cards you don't want to be running. It can
Well, I mean,
search
you can run them
itself.
better. You can, I mean, you can run the spells and traps now thanks to the dump effect of the level 3, but like, eh.
Yep.
You know what I hear? I hear a lot of Wind Witch.
Or duh, if you let's just mosey over to my gusto deck list real quick that I haven't touched in years. Where is it? It should be in G. So many fucking decks. There you go, Gusto. Pretty much, when I played Gustos, I effectively shoved in a Speedroid engine, a Windwidge engine, and I'm also was running the true Draco Phoenix card.
Yes. And now with these cards, it becomes just ever so more consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Gusto literally has, like, a couple cards that I would run, like, that they have, which is one is Pelica.
Mm.
Then you got Gildo, which actually might be replaced with the new card. And then you got Falco, and then you got Eagle, mainly because they're like the best tuners of their levels for the archetype. Literally, that's it. Gusto is really fucking shit.
It
This new
really is.
support kinda helps, but they should have gave them more support, and I still would have called them shit. Eat shit, Rich. No, eat shit, Gusto players. Suck my nuts. We made your cards better. I'm gonna ride this wave. I I earned it. I earned this fight.
Oh god.
Oh, you don't like it now? Wait until the Witcher Beast
Untitled
video
today.
comes out. That's just for gloating. I think every paragraph has me saying "suck it, Gusto players." Anyway,
Oh, that's great.
so that's all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards I believe we want to talk about.
What about to Spain?
Oh, it's Spain. Okay, well, the only thing I will say about this archetype is their card art really hurted my brain when I was trying to look at them. Because I couldn't make out what the fuck I was looking at.
Fair enough.
Especially the fusions. Like, what the hell's going on with the fusions?
I can.
Yeah, but I'm not
Well, the
gonna.
fusion. What?
I was about to say I'm not gonna lie. I shat myself when I realized this was Albaz, like the story, the fallen Albaz story being continued, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Chaos has access to Albaz.
Why did you say this?
Okay, what do you
Why did
mean?
you do this
We
to me?
have dark fairies. The fusions are light. Ooh, it's almost like it wants to be Chaos support.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. That's very fair.
hmm you know what else wanted to look like
I
Chaos support and didn't?
I don't know what to say anymore.
Oh, I was about to say it's Abyss.
Yeah, it's just chaos support.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just chaos support.
Speaking of Abyss, because Ethan keeps refusing to acknowledge this fact over yesterday, I managed to make Z-Law consistent in Aliens,
Yes.
and Ethan refused to acknowledge my genius.
I didn't I didn't refuse to acknowledge it. I acknowledged it, but I just was like, I feel that this is gonna go badly.
It actually works quite well. So, Ethan, you remember the Entity engine, right?
Yep.
So, literally, instead of making the outer entity rank 4, I literally make Feral Imp, search Nihil, dump Curse, and then Curse pops the Needle Fiber.
Huh.
And then, of course, Curse brings back Nihil, which gives you a search of Snake Lily, which is a fool's burial for reptiles. So it's literally a
Yeah.
free setup. So that dumps 2 counters, remove 2 counters from whatever monster you have it on, and then summon Kid. And then you got counter setup and Z-Law loop locked in.
Huh.
It literally took me going, wait a minute, Abyss exists. Let me look into this.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah. So you don't need to run Lamia anymore.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Literally, all it took is like it's because Curse doesn't specify you need to choose a reptile monster. It's just a monster,
Yes.
which is disgusting.
Which is very disgusting.
There you go. I fix aliens, everyone. You can all calm your shit.
Yeah, and you'll eventually make a video on it.
Now call me the Lizard Wizard. Oh, I've already made a video on it. I released it last night.
It didn't come up in my feed.
Oh, Gimmicky Tech Alien Edition.
No, no, no. The hang on.
Yeah,
Did it come?
I literally mention it because in that video I have like 3 combos showing different variations of how to make Z-Law.
Yeah, no, it didn't come up in my feed.
Holy shit. Why is it not coming up in anyone's feed? Oh, you know what? I have a suspicion. Let me
There
just.
it is. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm worried because I did have a part where it's playing music, so maybe YouTube is. No, there's no copyright claims on it. Huh.
There's
Okay.
12 views, so people are getting them. It just didn't appear in their feeds.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, YouTube. I was a bit worried
Yep,
for a
you're
second
welcome.
there. Because I did edit in a joke that I did clip and then put into the humor chat, so Ethan's probably already knows what the joke is.
Ludo, what chat?
In the meme chat, your meme room. This
Oh, my meme room. Yeah,
yeah, you see that?
I saw that.
It's like without context, it does make sense, but with the context of aliens, you go, oh yeah, wait a minute,
Yeah,
huh?
I mean,
And
I got context immediately just knowing what you've been doing for the last few weeks.
mm,
Row,
oh,
fight the
fight the power,
power.
fight the power. I'm
Which
like,
also, which makes it understandably why, Rada hates this card.
yeah, I thought it was more funny if I noticed how Vada was good.
Back into the cell. Uh, Rada's great. So I
Uh,
ended up getting Monster Hunter Rise. Let's
oh
move on to
nice,
this.
yeah.
Quick review. I'm slightly disappointed. Slightly.
Oh,
So, who thought it was a good idea to get rid of the slinger?
hmm.
Whose idea was it to get rid of the most useful tool from Monster Hunter World?
Which is
The slinger.
oh that thing. Oh God, no, no,
I abused that thing. Like, flash pods? Come on. But no, you have to manually throw them now.
no.
I'm slightly disappointed because, like, there's a lot of this where they just like, oh yeah, all the things we did in World, we acknowledge and we're gonna take some of that with us to the next game. But then they didn't fix some of the problems of the initial formula. Like, you still have to scroll through that damn menu down at the bottom, even though we have the radial wheel now, which is much more useful. And it's just,
Do you at least have the hook shot?
no, it's replaced with the Visa Wasps,
Oh,
which, I mean, yes, they give a lot more utility, but
I can't swing like Spider-Man anymore.
nope.
That sucks. What the hell?
Like, yes, they have more versatility, but it's gone. The thing that I loved the most is gone.
Uh,
Also, another thing is there's too much crap on the screen.
yeah, that sounds like a problem of being on the Switch.
Oh, it's not even on the Switch. Like, you know how you have the protect, like the bar for stamina and health can go higher than what it is naturally. They leave that on screen.
Huh.
You know how it's like non-visible in World. It's visible all the time on screen, and I hate it. I hate
Fuck.
it so much.
Yeah. Uh,
On the bright side, the game isn't too bad as far as actually hunting the monsters. The monsters are decently challenged. Collecting resources is not too difficult, even though we have no expedition mode. Um, yeah, it's all right. It's
it's
definitely
alright.
like it like takes some notes from World, which is great because like World did a lot of things right, but Rise is kind of like a you had such great ideas and then you just didn't commit to them sort of vibes to them. Like again, example is the radial menu compared to that thing shit thing down the bottom,
Ah,
which
the scroll menu.
honestly I would just replace with the slinger and make that just choosing your ammo type with the slinger. That's what I would have done. But
Yeah,
nope,
but
we're gonna keep that menu and keep the radial menu because someone doesn't understand how useful the radial menu is compared to the old menu down there. I hate shuffling through that damn bottom. Nah. On the bright side, the actual unique gimmicks to the game are actually fun, so that's a bonus.
hmm,
Though I feel like they're just could be better. They're useful, but they're not like don't need to use them.
hmm. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm still waiting for Vise to come out on PC. I keep hearing people at my locals going, yo, we should all bring our Switches and play Monster Hunter Vise as a group. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah, I definitely think
cool.
I think because Blood was so casual to pick up, a lot of people are now Monster Hunter fans, and I think it's great. Rise being so accessible now that even though like all the nooblets that are coming out of World now stepping into Rise because Rise definitely is a lot more challenging than World was because it's actually designed like the old Monster Hunter games, except for the walking and drinking thing, which I still don't quite like.
Hmm.
But hey, It's challenging, and it's worth a play. It's just not exceptional like everyone makes it out to be.
Mm. Yeah, I'm curious to see if they actually will support the game with post updates like they did with World.
I mean, they've already got DLC, my dude.
I mean, with free updates. I mean, World got free
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
updates.
it has free updates plus it's already released DLC.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good then. Oh,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe, just maybe, I'll dip early and get it on Switch. Maybe.
Here's my thing, I would wait for a sale on it, to be fair.
Yeah. And you would also have to drag me away from Xenoblade 2.
Yes, which you're enjoying too much.
Yes, I have summoned every single blade except Cosmos now.
Nice.
So, I've already filmed, like, a video where I tier list all the rare blades. I'm deciding if I'm gonna do it unedited or not.
See, what I should do is I should set up my capture card again, just record Monster Hunter Rise. What I
Mm,
should do.
yes. And speaking about Japanese developed things, um, I want to talk about manga because I feel like if I talk about Xenoblade one more time, Ethan will leave this podcast forever.
Listen, I'm a fan of Xenoblade, but like even then,
Even
the amount of the amount we talk about Xenoblade is just too much.
let's see, we had. Where did it start? We started in episode 35, right?
Yeah,
And then
I think
episode
so.
36, episode 37. Yeah, I don't think we can do 4 episodes of Xenoblade without someone losing their mind. So, I'm gonna talk about a manga. I would want to bring up this manga called Dead Mount Death Play, but I've already brought it up in one of Ethan's videos, so I'm not sure he's gonna cut it in or out. Not. So we'll talk about it later if I want to. Okay,
Yes.
right. So the manga I want to talk about, because I think it's best if I limit myself to one manga, is I forgot now. Give me a minute.
Why?
Why? Why did you forget? You failure. Uh, shit. It is. I know you're gonna make me decide. You know what? Sure, I'll bring up one that people have most likely already seen. Cough. Um, Way of the House Husband.
Ah, yes, Way of the House Husband.
I'm bringing this up because it has a Netflix adaptation, and I want to talk shit about it.
I didn't know that that happened. I will have to go watch that at some point.
I wouldn't do it. It's only 5 episodes long,
Ah,
and each episode's like 15 minutes.
that also sucks.
And also, it's literally like. Alright, so first things first. The anime, it's better than anime. It's like you see those ads people put on YouTube to advertise their webtoons.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that animation style.
Oh, why?
Because they wanted to save money. So we
Mm,
were just saying that okay, so you only made 5 episodes. You only cover like the first 30 chapters of the series, and the English voice acting sucks. Where did all the money go? And they're like, oh well, for the Japanese dub we hired Kaiba. I don't think Kaiba costs us that much, guys.
no, he doesn't. That's the funny thing.
So, like, how much did you pay him to play as, like, to narrate the story? It's not
Too
worth
much.
it. It's not
Too
worth it.
much.
So I would honestly say read the manga. Like if you're too lazy to read, sure, watch the anime for like the first 30 chapters of the series. But I would honestly recommend the manga. It's like because it's a gag manga. Each chapter is like a couple pages long, so it's like kind of like a short kind of thing. It's a short commitment kind of thing.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
for those who don't know the gimmick, pretty much a former Yakuza turns house husband after he marries his wife, and the whole joke is like him trying to blend in while he still has like all these Yakuza mannerisms. It's not gonna lie, it's I every chapter has succeeded in making me laugh in some way. Like there's the one where he meets his old like kohai, I guess, underling, and he's like, "Yo, big bro, you're gonna have to teach me your ways and how to be a Yakuza. And he's like, yeah. Drags him to a cooking lesson, and they make croquets. And then he just doesn't get it. And then and then the house husband is like, this is what I'm doing with my life now. I'm a dedicated house husband, and it comes with its own set of responsibilities. And the other guy just kind of laughs it off, and then he's like, "You got to be joking!" Knocks the croquets to the ground. And you know what he immediately does? The house husband.
Well,
He absolutely just punches him in the face, flinging him into the street, and then jumps on him and just kept slapping him. And then it ends with the guy just going, "Stop it, stop it! It really hurts!" I'm like, Jesus Christ.
uh,
I just thought it was. It's funny. It's like, if you just want a good, like, short comedy read, this is it. It's really
and it's not edgy comedy either, which is very nice.
good. So I'm reading the new chapter now. There's a new chapter. He has a rival from like a different, from a rival Yakuza gang. But ever since he got out of prison, he just runs a crepe stand, and they have like these competitions about creative art food.
Great.
What's really funny is that in their second episode, his second chapter, he comes out. They're like talking about, like, bubble tea.
Yep.
They kept talking about like bubble tea as like a drug. They're like, we need that sweet shit, man.
That sounds like any conversation involving bubble tea at this point.
So I just thought it's really funny. Uh,
I actually don't get the bubble tea craze. Like, yes, they're nice, but
I don't like tea to begin with.
fair enough.
Okay, can I cheat and talk about one more manga, please, please, please?
No, because line piece.
Line piece. So you did watch that video.
I've watched it. This is probably like the fifth time I've watched that video.
I just find it so funny. Oh my god, you're a monster, my lord. Line piece. Line piece.
He's punishing this mortal for his hubris.
Line piece. Oh my god, that's me playing Tetris.
That's literally me if I was to ever be in control of the Tetris. Like, I would just be like line piece, line piece, line piece, squiggly.
Line piece. Anyway.
It's the first level, my lord.
So, are you sure I'm not allowed to talk about one more manga real quick? One.
No.
Oh, fine. I'll have to put it on the back burner for next month. Ew. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
What if
I'm
I
gonna
told you it's not funny, but it's actually very interesting modern manga?
No.
Okay, fine. Is there anything we want to talk about, or can we move to my question of the week?
Moving to the question of the week.
Okay, so I thought this is relevant. I don't know why I thought it was relevant. I thought it was just relevant with, recently Prince Charles dying. And then I've seen a lot of people make this argument. So, this is getting political here, but do we think Australia should keep staying a constitutional monarchy after Queen Elizabeth passes away?
Good question.
So, yeah, my
I
reasoning...
want to say yes, because that at least verifies all of our trade routes and negotiation tactics.
But yeah, my argument is that what does the Queen really do for our government? I mean, she really does nothing. Like, at best, we have her Governor General who's supposed to represent the Queen's interest. Like, she's just effectively an extra step to adding new laws to our government. But because someone else is representing her interest, are we sure that person is actually, representing her interest in government?
Well, she picks them, so I would assume so.
Yeah, but it could just be very easy to, just lie to the Queen. I mean, she's old.
Yes, but older means wiser.
I mean, I just don't... think we have any need for a constitutional monarchy. Like, why can't we just be, well, a constitutional democracy? And I do
Um,
think there is the sentiment for that, because when Prince Philip's died, I thought more people would be kind of sad that Prince Philip passed away, but I, from what I've seen, mainly from our generation, a lot of people were just like making jokes about it, making fun of the fact that Prince Philip didn't live until the last couple months to reach 100 years.
yes, where he would get a letter from his wife. But
That's what made it funny, but
yeah,
it was just like, huh. So a lot of people of our generation doesn't have a respect for the monarchy, and I've seen with the kind of grown-ups I see coming to the house and back, they really don't have respect for the monarchy either. So I think
well,
there is a sentiment that, hmm,
the thing is, it's though the monarchy doesn't actually do anything. Like, yes, we have the governor general, but like the thing is that like the whole thing with the royals is they're a relic of the time, and they're really just celebrities at this point
hmm,
because they don't directly affect politics most of the time. Like, yes, we
exactly.
have the governor general, but like the governor general's only there to serve her interests. So he can, like, if something doesn't interest him, he can just move on, just let it through regardless.
Hmm.
So
I didn't know that one of the Queen's interests was selling off major parts of our country to China, but okay.
exactly, it's not one of her interests.
Yeah,
She just
so
the governor general doesn't have to intervene at all. He just lets it through regardless.
I think it would be one of their interests because we're effectively making it easier for. This is getting conspiracy theory levels. We're effectively making it easier for China to take control of us if in the event of a war happens. Because we already sold
Yeah.
one of our ports.
Oh yes.
So,
I'm not disagreeing with that statement, but the thing is, has the Queen really affected anything we do in Australia or any other country under the Union Jack?
no.
Well, there you go.
I mean,
She's
yeah, it's because the Queen does nothing. I think that's why people would want to move away from the monarchy.
yes, but here's the thing. I see that the monarchy should stay purely because we can. The thing with the monarchy right now is that it's more of a celebrity thing, and they're more taking attention away from. No, no, actually, that argument doesn't work.
Mm, yeah.
Hmm, I don't know.
Yeah,
There was a
but
reason why I wanted them to stay for a little bit, but
yeah, but I
I don't
think
know.
with the current sentiment, if Australia was given the choice to leave the British Empire or not, I think we would do it. Because I feel
Oh
like,
yeah, we would.
I mean, we already have like that movement of people who want Australia to be a republic, and then I think with our generation becoming slowly more and more vocal in terms of political matters, I think it could happen.
I mean, to be fair, the old ways are dying out very slowly. We saw with Labour's landslide victory, because literally the only reason the Liberals were getting votes was because the older generation.
Mm,
The older generation are leaving the political realm, and so now the old new people here, they can be like, yeah, this is wrong. Because you look at politics when it's involved with Queensland, all they really want to do is blame other states and be like, yes, we're the posh, we are the high society, when in
Queensland.
reality they're the worst.
Queensland.
The thing is, the monarchy is again, the monarchy doesn't do anything. So like having them around or not is not going to change anything.
Exactly, but
So like there isn't really an argument.
yeah, but I still think there would people who want to not be
The people
part
only
of
want
the
to do
constant.
this because they want to be
Yeah,
on record that yeah, we're free of the monarchy, we're free people, but we're already free people. It's literally just a fictional um fictional constraint
mm,
basically because it's not real. We're not constrained by the monarchy. because monarchy doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like if they turn around and did something, they don't understand where you would want to leave. Like it's like the whole Brexit thing. Like, yeah, I understand that. Like, you've been controlled the whole time, so wanting to leave that area makes sense. But like at the same time, the reason why it didn't work so well was because, lo and behold, there wasn't that much
Hmm.
control from the monarchy. People didn't understand why they had to separate. So literally, this is why people like Brexit is viewed so negatively.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's literally just a fictional problem, to be fair.
Hmm.
But I do get where people are coming from because yes, we are technically still under the rule of the monarchy, and I do understand that like maybe once a new person gets put on the throne, maybe they'll actually start doing something.
Hmm.
So I do see it from that aspect as well, but like chances are it's not going to do much.
But yeah, I think that pretty much speaks for our thoughts on the current monarchy. Maybe sometime in the future we'll discuss the necessity of having a monarchy to begin with.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like it's literally only there for nostalgia.
Nostalgia? Ugh. I mean,
Well, it is. Let's be fair. Like British people just have it there because like, oh yeah, we used to be this great empire.
yeah. And now you're just a bunch of degenerates sitting on a small island having fish and chips.
Not even that. They're probably most of them are
You don't
locked
even
in houses right
own
now.
half the country. I mean, come on, Scotland owns the other half.
It's true.
Uh,
Yeah.
plugs. You do you first, Ethan.
On YouTube at Stampy and Co. and same on Twitch.
Wow.
And I will probably do something
Wow. Something.
because I mean my plans are kind of falling through with a lot of the uni ramping up. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what I can do.
Yeah. So, as for me, um, you may notice the banner on my channel has recently changed. It's still a work in progress. There's still more things to add over time, but yeah, I'm gonna try to put a bigger focus on fighting game content, which means more Grudge Match Club episodes.
Yes.
I'm actually curious, Ethan. Do you watch them, or do you know anyone who actually watches them, like just unedited
I
fighting game
don't
footage?
personally watch them just because, like, not because the content is bad. It's just I'm not someone who likes to watch
Yeah, I'm just
fighting
wondering if there's
games.
like a market for unedited fighting game footage.
I I would. I mean, most Smash YouTubers literally just do that,
Yeah, but it's like,
unedited Smash content. But
hmm,
like at the same time, they're also commentating.
yeah, I love them. But yeah,
So I don't know.
um, and if you're lucky, this month Virtual Beast will come out. Gimmicky Tech Virtual Beast. I'm actually quite far through that script,
Hmm.
but yeah. But I'm probably still gonna be streaming League of Legends over on my Twitch channel, DXD, the DXD Agenda. Look out to that. Apart from that, yeah.
I thought you were gonna stop when she did Malzahar.
I'm actually thinking. Here's the thing: the Malzahn montage. Yes, it was a slog because I just had to sit there through my replays and just have to clip out all the good stuff. But once I got to the part where I started assembling it, I found it quite enjoyable, and I think I might do more montages like that in the future, just using my stream vods.
Fair enough. That's kind of what I want to try and do at some point, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of
Yeah,
time to stream. So
I mean that Mauser montage did well at the start, but it just died out very soon afterwards.
because your content isn't really focused on that.
Yeah,
Was used to be League, and now it's shifted.
Yeah, well, I like to think of it as a blending of the two.
Yeah, fair.
If anyone thinks I'll just do one, well, you're dumb. As much as
Mm.
I want to leave Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh refuses to leave this channel, so might as well
And
keep it
your
on.
life.
Yes. I don't know, I'm a bit worried about the alien video. It's not really had a fast start as I thought it would.
Well, I mean, considering it didn't drop in our feed,
Thanks,
it's likely.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Pricks.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yep. Anyway. So anyway, that manga I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm fine, I'm joking. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Next week I'll talk about the manga I want to talk about. There might be some more interesting topics, and I don't know what else to add. Maybe a new league patch. Maybe.
Probably.
Hopefully, a new league patch. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Uh, yep. Even say something. I don't know what else to say.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, they got done.